pay attention to your dreams, especially if you're in no contact. I mean, God is always speaking through dreams, but in my experience, I felt like my dreams was a little bit more intense when I was in no contact. And I was very ignorant of a lot of things that I was seeing. I want you to understand that the dream world is basically what's happening in the spiritual realm that you cannot see. Our dreams tell us what's happening behind the scenes. Your dreams will really tell you if you have a spirit spouse. Your dreams will tell you if you have an evil altar speaking against your destiny. God reveals a lot of things in our dreams. Although the enemy can come in and manipulate our dreams as well, it is still a way that God shows us things and God speaks to us. What matters the most is your discernment and seeking understanding behind the meaning of the dreams by consulting the Holy Ghost. Now, I'm not a dream interpreter. However, I have prayed and God has always gave me revelation on what some dreams meant. I want you to understand that your marital destiny, your marriage is under attack right now. And for some of you guys, the marriage being under attack is what led your finances to be under attack. And your dreams will probably be able to tell you what's operating behind the scenes. One of the biggest signs of you having an evil altar speaking against your destiny is eating in your dreams. A lot of times when you find yourself eating in your dreams, it's basically a spiritual covenant being renewed because of an evil altar. And it could be from your bloodline, or it could be from personal choices that you have done in your life that you did not know was building an altar against you. Basically, sin. Another sign is intimacy in your dreams, giving in to intimate acts in your dreams. That reveals a spirit spouse operating from an evil altar. I am not a believer that God will give sexual dreams. I believe the enemy will pervert these things, and he will even use the face of your spouse when really it's a demonic spirit. All of these things happen to destroy your progression in your breakthrough. Now, God has the power to override all of this. However, you have to understand how the spiritual realm works, and the spiritual realm works off of laws, covenants, and agreements and altars. And sometimes it's like God is answering the prayer, but something happens to take you 10 steps backwards. You might be in an agreement from your bloodline and you have no idea. Another dream of an evil altar would be missing flights, missing appointments in your dream. Those are all signs of delay. And destiny sabotage. Those altars block your progression. They block timing, and also they block resources. Now, I know that you've been hearing me talk about this a lot, but this is literally the root of a lot of our problems. Again, I am not a dream interpreter, and I'm telling you this, every dream is not always going to be demonic, because God does speak to us in our dream realm. But I'm just giving you some examples of what it looks like when you have an evil altar erecting against your destiny. If you want to move forward, you're going to have to tear down this altar and burn it to the ground. This is not optional. This is not something that you can just come back and do later. This is something that has to happen in order for you to see and move in your breakthrough. This is what people are not saying. It is very deep, and the spiritual realm does not care about feelings. All Satan does is he wants your bloodline, and he wants to ensure that you do not step into the things that God has for you, because he knows that if you step into the things God has for you, you will shut down a third of his kingdom through your obedience. If you do not know how to destroy altars, I have a podcast that's in my bio that teaches you everything you need to know, along with, it comes with an ebook with prayers and scriptures on how to tear down evil altars. You will also get, at a discounted price, the Spirit Spouse ebook, which will be released this Friday. That ebook will teach you how to evict the Spirit Spouse permanently and what that process looks like, because it, my friend, is definitely a process. All of that is in the link in my bio. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.